You've been taught to be kind, to be helpful. But what if that very instinct is being used against you? What if, by helping the wrong person, you are not building goodwill, but digging your own grave? Machiavelli, the ultimate strategist of power, didn't just write about how to gain it. He wrote extensively about how not to lose it. And the key to self-preservation is knowing who not to help. Today, we unveil the 6 dangerous personas Machiavelli warns us about. These are not necessarily evil people. They are simply dangerous to your position, your resources, and your peace. Helping them will inevitably backfire. First, the opportunist. This is the person who is loyal only to their current advantage. Machiavelli warns that a man who rises too quickly on fortune's wheel lacks the foundation of his own strength and virtue. When their luck inevitably changes, they will drag you down with them. They are a fair-weather friend who becomes a stormy-weather liability. Machiavelli wrote, "The man who becomes a prince by aid of the nobles cannot stand against his enemies. Their power is borrowed and therefore unstable. Do not invest in a sinking ship." Second on our list is the ingratitude. This is perhaps the most classic Machiavellian danger. Helping someone who is inherently selfish or envious is a profound mistake. Once you have helped them secure what they want, they will not feel gratitude. Instead, they will feel shame in your presence, or envy that you were in a position to help them at all. To erase that feeling, they will turn against you. Machiavelli famously noted, "Men are quicker to forget the death of their father than the loss of their inheritance." Ingratitude is a fundamental human trait when property and status are at stake. The third type is the weak-willed. Do not tie your fate to a leader who cannot make a decision and stick to it. Machiavelli despised the neutral prince who tries to avoid conflict. By refusing to take a clear side, they make enemies of both. Your help will be wasted, as they will vacillate and ultimately be destroyed, and you will be destroyed alongside them for being their supporter. As the master strategist said, a prince must show himself a lover of merit. He must avoid the contempt and hatred of his subjects. An indecisive leader earns both. Backing them is a strategic dead end. Next, we have the privileged heir. This person inherited their position be it wealth, a business, or status without having to fight for it. They lack the skills, resilience, and hunger of the founder. Machiavelli argues it is infinitely harder for an heir to maintain power, because they do not know what it takes to gain it. Propping them up is an endless task. They will consume your resources without ever learning to stand on their own. Remember, a prince who is not wise himself cannot be well advised. You simply cannot give someone the wisdom they never had to earn. The fifth dangerous persona is the hated ruler. Never help a leader who is openly despised by their own people. This could be a boss, a community leader, or a political figure. Machiavelli is clear. A prince must avoid being hated by the populace at all costs. If you align yourself with a hated figure, you become a target for the same public fury. You are bailing out a boat that is destined to sink, and you will drown with the captain. His insight here is timeless. The best fortress is to be found in the love of the people. For if you are hated by them, having fortresses will not save you. Do not seek refuge in a fortress that is already condemned. Finally, we have the armed prophet. This is the most dangerously persuasive figure. Someone with a powerful, uncompromising ideology and the force to impose it. Machiavelli famously said, "All armed prophets have conquered, and unarmed ones have failed. While they may be successful, their goals are absolute. They cannot tolerate dissent. Helping them gives them power, but the moment your goals diverge even slightly from their rigid doctrine, you will be seen as a heretic to be eliminated. With them, you are either a tool for their conquest or an obstacle to it. There is no middle ground." So, to recap, the 6 dangerous people you must not help are the opportunist, who will abandon you; the ingrate, who will resent you; the weak-willed, who will fail you; the privileged heir, who will drain you; the hated ruler, who will doom you; and the armed prophet, who will destroy you. This isn't about being cynical. It's about being strategic. Your energy, resources, and loyalty are finite. Invest them in people who are strong, principled, and grateful. Protect your own kingdom first. Have you ever encountered one of these personas? Which one caused you the most trouble? Share your story in the comments. Let's learn from each other. If you found this strategic wisdom valuable, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the laws of power. To learn how to spot these types even faster, watch this video on screen now. The 7 red flags of a toxic person. Thanks for watching.